this is another rabbit out of my red program. She's from Wildfire and Skittles. Now Wildfire is a teeny boy, but Skittles is a broodier doe. She's not like big and massive. She's a little bit long. She does always pass on these beautiful heads. She is a bigger rabbit. Now, I know she has lost position over the years. She was actually a little bit bulkier several years ago. She's a little bit older now. The first litter with Wildfire and Skittles, those were some really nice rabbits. I have Starburst here, and she got a leg. And then her brother, Gummy Bear, went to be with Niccolo Farm in South Carolina. Good. And second litter, though, they're long and broody. She looks more like her mom. A little bit longer body. Wildfire is petite but tidy. Now, she was looking cute. I think as she has time to mature, that she will look better than she looks now. I think this is what they call the uglies. When they're in between junior and senior. What are you, 4 months now or something like that? 4 or 5 months? No, I haven't put anybody's tags up yet from that litter. I didn't even put that other litter yet. I need to come out here and do tags. Anyway, she has a lot of ear control. She has a really nice crown, but she has ear control. Is your crown slipped? Is that what's happening here? I haven't taken her out to do anything, so not since they were 4 weeks old. She was trying to find a way. She has this really long muzzle from crown to tip of her nose. She has a long, narrow muzzle. So her mom's muzzle is better than that. Now her dad, oh wait, that's Wildfire. I'm thinking of Pepper. I don't think, none that I know of. And like the muzzles on that side of Dad's family is long and narrow. So that's just something to watch. Something to watch. She's not interested in this. She's probably smelling all the other rabbits, so she's not quite cooperating with me. She has a beautiful head on her. Okay, just when they always make liars out of me. Just when I say you're not doing something, you do it. Make me look like a liar. How dare you? Okay. She's like, oh yeah, I'll pose. You watch. So looking at her from the front, you can see massive bone. That has to come from Skittles because Wildfire is a teeny little thing. So when they're paired right, they will make a nice rabbit. You just have to know how to offset the flaws. Her bone is crazy. That crown going across her head is crazy. Just gotta, that muzzle just has to shorten up. I have seen muzzles shorten up though. As their crown matures, their head is going to change shape and size and everything. And from the front, she looks beautiful. She looks like she's going to be a nice brood doe. She is. She's a brood doe. Your brood does are good for your programs because they're going to bring the mass. They're going to bring that chunky bone. They might bring length, but if you offset with a compact rabbit, that could be helpful. Sometimes it doesn't. In my experience, most of the time it does. Sometimes you pair rabbits that would be perfectly paired together in the eyes of any expert or person who's been doing it for a long time, and they don't come out right because their lines aren't mixing well. Sometimes that happens, and that's just something you learn along the way. You might hear somebody say, oh, do their lines mix well? Even if you're just starting out, you don't know. Shoot, I've been doing this since 2018 and I don't know. So not very long. Not saying that that's a long time, but I know what my lines do. I know that I can never remember now. If their lines didn't do well, then I didn't pair them together again, or I moved those rabbits. Or if they continue to not do well together, say like with an offspring or a cousin down the line or a aunt or something. You try to write notes when you notice what they do. So like her first litter with Wildfire did great. Her second litter, they came out broody, except for the little one. She came out like her dad. She's nice and petite, but she's typey. I think she only had 2 her first litter. Skittles didn't have very many. She had 5 with Charlie Brown one time. Oh, there you are. There you are. So, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to decide if I want to take her to show with the juniors. I don't think that she'll be highly competitive. Even though she just showed me this beautiful coat. She might. She's narrow in her shoulder. She's long. You trying to escape like Blossom? Or Butterscotch? That was Butterscotch. You're a cutie though. I don't know why this is scaring me. Probably because the other one scratched the mess out of me when she climbed up on my shoulder. She's nice, you guys. Oh my goodness. She has really turned out to be something. I don't like her hind quarter. She's just narrow. That's the problem that I'm noticing. That's what I was saying earlier. When you start to notice the flaws that your programs have, then you just adjust. Get the rabbits you need, bring them in, outcross. I've noticed that when I outcross, it usually takes 2 to 3 generations to see the effects and benefits. I think they have to get their blood in the line. It doesn't always take effect. I don't think you're always going to see it on the first generation. Sometimes you do if you're lucky. You might see improvement in the body, but not in the head, or vice versa. But keep using the rabbits. If you're seeing improvements, keep using them and figure out how to offset the flaws. Like, for example, I brought in my BFE buck. I put him with a big, beefy, broody chestnut that I had. They made this black up here. That little buck has a wide, massive body, which is what I brought BFE in here for. Wide, massive body. But his head was still a little narrow, and the ears were long. Probably get that broody head from mom. Or it could come from anywhere, really. If it's in the line, it's going to pop out. So since I have a brother, or a son, I mean, I could keep him and put him to a half-sister later from the BFE buck. Or I could move the buck and just try again. You might just get it on the second litter. Her parents made it great on the first litter, not the second one. So, but she's still really nice. She's got some nice parts. She's showing us some really nice things. In spite her long muzzle and body, she has a really nice top line and really nice bone. Limb could be a smidge shorter, but it's in proportion with her body. So what I'm going to do with her, definitely going to keep this doe. She's the broody version of her perfect starburst sister from the first litter. I'm going to put her with my BFE buck. We'll probably get oranges, but I can always put an offspring back to one of the mixes, or keep the best and put with my best red or torque that I have here. But the program is coming along really nicely. I'm really excited about how it's coming along. Look how pretty. Looking like your sister Starburst a little bit. Oh, she's so pretty. I really thought looking at her, look, she's even like, now she's, what's that song? Doing my thing on the catwalk. That's a long time ago. Dating myself now. Now she's just doing it on her own. Facing the camera and everything. Yes. With your big broody self. So, I don't know if I need to take her or not. She probably would place. But, who am I going to bring? I'm bringing Sienna's little torch. She probably won't be her. I have enough solid junior does that I'm going to bring. I don't think I need to bring me like that. I don't think I'm going to bring her. I might bring her sister. It would always be interesting to see how they place. But I'm bringing a ton of rabbits, so. Alright, 5 solid junior does, 5 broken junior does. And I might be bringing 5. Oh, 5 broken senior does. So already 15 rabbits. I was debating on bringing Etta, because she's big and beautiful. Oh my gosh, she is big and beautiful. She might be overweight though, so I need to weigh her. If I bring Etta, I might bring another solid senior doe. Don't jump on my shoulder, okay? I have a screaming wound from your cousin or whatever butterscotch is to you. They all go back to the red, original red Roman. What are you doing? You're just a sweet boy. Oh my goodness. You're so sweet. Yeah, she's narrowing her shoulder. And long on her body, but she poses beautifully. Yeah. You might be a candidate. Let me see what 5 I'm bringing again. We'll see. Yeah, but my BFE buck, Broken Tort, I think is going to make a lovely elevator with you. So that's what I was saying. Notice the flaws that they're continuing to repetitively display, and then get the outcrosses you need. By outcross, I mean a totally unrelated rabbit from a totally different barn to bring a plus. Or, actually, a lot of people would disagree with me on that. They would tell you to get a good buck from the same barn because they've line bred their rabbits to get where they are. So, well, that's the good thing about line breeding, is it's like the work has already been done. You buy a rabbit from the same rabbitry, the work has already been done. If you don't buy a rabbit from the same rabbitry, you have to do the work from the ground up. So you have to do the breeding with that outcross from a totally different rabbitry 2 to 3 generations to see anything change. If you get a more improved rabbit from the same rabbitry or a related rabbit somewhere down the line, you might not have the same parents. They might have one of the same parents or a couple similar relatives. That would be line breeding still. So that's why, and I think it's Nature's Trail or something like that, Nature's Bunny Trail or something like that. They have an article about line breeding and recommend you get your get your trio from the same rabbitry, and that's why. They've already done the work. The line is already in the line. The rabbits are already, they already have the same genetics running through them. That's a line. If you get an outcross from an entirely different rabbitry, then you have to start over. And you have to build that now new blood into your line. And that takes time. If you get an improved rabbit from the same rabbitry or a related rabbit, then they've already got the improving in the works, behind the scene, behind your rabbit. So line is fine, line is better. It's not always if there's a lot of flaws in the line. Now that's when you would totally want to outcross. If you're finding malocclusion, if you're finding bad shoulders, if you're finding shoulder dips, if you're finding really bad hindquarters, and you continue to repeat that, then maybe not line breeding is the answer for you. So you have to be able to evaluate that stuff. All right. I think she's getting bored, or she just wants me to pet her now. Bunny pets. Good work. Thank you. You're a good girl. Posed for me so beautifully. Yes, she did. Look at her undercoat. Butterscotch's undercoat, broken orange, was very peachy in there in that undercoat. It's really pretty. Alright. I have one more rabbit from this, from her litter, her sister. Her little, I thought she was a chocolate fox, but then I remembered Wildfire is only a possible chocolate carrier. So I don't know if that's a chocolate fox or not, or if it's just a smutty orange or what. If she's really cute though, I'm gonna breed her and test breed her, and if I put her to a chocolate and name it chestnuts, then she's an orange. If I put her to a chocolate and name it otters, then she's a fox. And then I'll have my answer, and if they make chocolate foxes, then she's most likely a chocolate fox. How do you test between a chocolate carrier, because she's a chocolate carrier, because mom's a chocolate fox. How do you test between a chocolate carrier and a chocolate carrier fox and a chocolate fox? That's a really good question. In my experience, most of the foxes look like torts. They just have agouti markings, the white belly and the cream under their nose and the white in the ear. Chocolate foxes, if she is in fact a chocolate fox, they look just like oranges. When she was little, she had a beautiful taupe colored band where the shading is on the tort, and it was this beautiful taupe tan color, dark tan color against a tan color, a lighter tan color, so it's really pretty. It's not there now. You see it best when they're babies. Anyway, I'm babbling on now, and I have to go get ready for bed. So I can get up and do my bunny chores in the morning. She's so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. You just need some lip. Yeah. That's her only flaw right now, is that she needs some lip. She's got, I think she'll bring some mass, but I think she just needs some lip. I think once I put her with my BFE buck, we are going to have some beautiful babies. All right, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.